Why? That's well. Over there, by the way. Dump run's back out for another dump run. She should look forward to going to the dump. I'd be going to the dump every weekend. Hang on. I already go to the dump. Jake goes in.
Saying it, bro. No, that's it, man. I can back up.
Listen to that. Pro Fox. I would assume it's got a JZ in it, being from Golby's. Yeah, 2J, yeah. Here we go. Boss Mustang back. Oh, license plate profit. Love it. That's a real Australian term, isn't it? Don't need well, yeah. Profit. Where did you get the sunglasses from? What was her name? No, joke. It's just a joke. Joke, mate. So now we're on. Are we live streaming now from here? Eh?
You got Giggles audio?
Got stuff attached to my hat again. Yes. The Auss 8 real street. Qualifying runs are going down a real treat here, folks. Get on to your friends, get them out here. It's a beautiful day. Or two come out tomorrow. Horsepower Valley on Coralbin Airport. We need to get a big sign, put a horsepower rally. Oh, squeeze it a few times. Now remember, we're only just trying to get some good runs down here. We're not actually in battle per se. These are all test runs. We aren't in battle, truly in battle, until tomorrow. However, we do have a cash shootout at lunchtime here where we are going to race today for money. All right, the little R100's back. Got it off early, but that works real good indeed. All right, I think it's Mr. Burnett back in the VW Beetle. Cranky little Beetle. Just a fun machine. Any cranky Beetle is a fun machine, and they're nearly the perfect car for all surfaces. They work really well on a drag strip. They work really well on no prep. Old Adolf was onto something back then when he designed that thing. He knew there was going to be a legacy of no prep racing. Oh, the XE works well. Looks very, very good. All right, here we go.
Where do you want me to face?
Dr. Boss. I'd go to a doctor called Dr. Boss. Be really good, wouldn't it? Doctor, I need a prescription. No problem. Thanks, Dr. Boss. What's going on here? Won't know till we hear it lit. You can assume Barra. traction, goes into a tiny little mini tank slapper, but gets off it. Remember, you can normally solve 100% of your problems with your right foot. Nearly solve all your problems. Still needs a little bit of skill.
That's stopping LS.
Yes. A little bit of responsibility on your behalf to maintain control of the vehicle. No one's really gone over the limit yet. That's good. You can see how close we go, but so far we've been pretty well behaved. So they're all going to just come back now. I think we're returning to next lot. First of all, can we see all the way up the middle, or can we not? If it's got a little blockage at the end, it might have that little gridlock that we had before. But we're ready.
Okay.
We're already got the side paddock ready. I think we've already pointed them to the paddock. That might be the new side exit,
Okay.
which isn't too bad idea actually. 216 entries. I think we might need the side exit. Yep. Got our fireys pointing them out. Out you go. Excellent. So folks, make sure that you keep yourself protected today from the sun. You girls, you need hats and stuff. I think you find somewhere around here they're selling hats and do all sorts of stuff. Maybe some
behind
sunscreen
the screen
stuff.
on the left-hand side of the truck.
Yeah, or if you got sunscreen, that's good. Make sure you get it on your neck or else you're going to be super red. Look, just to tell you right now, you're already a bit red. Now that's maybe because I've embarrassed you, but it could be sunburn.
Then it will just turn into a tan.
Does it just turn into a tan, is
When
it?
you get sunburnt,
Oh,
yeah.
it does.
I just hate the feeling.
It does turn into a tan. Yeah, that's right. They're very, very clever. That's right. Yes, but it also may also not be good for you. Again, I'm not here to offer anyone advice. I'm not an influencer at all. Just get some bloody sunscreen on your neck, all right? That's more like an enforcer, not an influencer. That's an enforcer. So yeah, we're all off the side paddock. That's not too
Correct.
bad. Look at them all. Look at them all coming through. And yes, it was quite obvious when I saw him turn up in the Dado. I thought, no, there's not another red Dado 1200 here with heli license plates. And then I realised when Frank gets out of the car, it is Frank Canister from Sydney, known as Mr. Heli. And when he first built that ute, it had a 20B rotary in it, because he's a bit of a rotor guy. He's got a full tube RX3, 6-second drag car. But this was the street car. There it is there, just going off onto the paddock now. But just in the last 12 months, it's grown and it got rid of the 20B. It's now got the full VR38 Skyline V6 in it. And you want to see some engineering, that's just one of 216 vehicles you could probably go and cop a gander of some really good engineering on these cars. So go and have a look at what Frankie's got and say good day from us Queenslanders here. We do have a few interstaters that have come up for this one. So 216 entries. That wasn't such a bad thing actually. Not if we ran them up the middle, we might have had what we had before, and that's just that little traffic snarl at the end, because we've got we want them to come through and do a U-bolt and then come into their pit area. But when you do have the lanes as thick as this, getting into your pit area might be a little bit of a challenge. But if we keep rolling them on, you will get back in there. But yeah, as we said, we're doing about 20 pairings a time. We can normally accommodate up to about 40 down there safely, and then just have to keep doing this, which ain't such a problem. We do tend to pump through them pretty quickly when they do come down, because we don't ask, no one does a burnout or anything. We're not doing that. That chews up a bit of time on a normal sort of drag racing day at the strip. But here at Coralbin, we just want you to roll forward and try that surface out, work it out for yourself, what's going to work with your vehicle. And look at the variety there, like even La Capri. Very classy plate. And they're four-wheel drive vehicles. We haven't quite seen them all yet, and that they do come into the mix when we start getting to the pointy end of racing tomorrow, is that this is where you are rewarded for a pretty decent no-prep combo. In other words, one, you can get most of your power down without breaking traction, because as soon as you do that, you're going to chew some time up, and if your opponent has got theirs just a little bit better sorted than yours, well, it'll end up you behind them at the end, and when it does get to racing tomorrow, you could be out. But we don't do this to always win. We do it to compete and have fun and use what you've got. A lot of us do spend the last dollar and cent on our prides and joy, and why not? Use them as much as you can, and events like this, you can just tell. People put this in the calendar and say, yeah, I want to be a Coralban for the next Quick Street. And it works a treat. What are you doing with the tin of petrol there? Topping the jennies up, eh? or finishing the mowing, are we?
Yeah.
If you're going to do the escape paddock, maybe we've got to set the mower down on mega low.
I picked up some orange juice.
I did. You did. You're going to go for it.
One's
Just
with
give it the
giggles and
premium.
one's
Give
with
it the
me.
premium. You just have a bit of race fuel left over. I'd mix up a special little batch of race fuel for the whippersnipper and enjoy hours of. See down there, we've got plenty more fun coming up. And remember, we're not deliberately trying to put on a show, it's just happening in front of us. Not much of an event that we have to do to help provide the entertainment side of it. Yes, we've got plenty of food, we've got the great displays here of our traders, we've even got ITP and Harcourts, and the Lions Club of Logan Village has got stuff here as well. Make sure you get out and check it all out, see what they got going on. All of our food traders as well. Make sure you get around and check them all out. Say good day to them. All right, the Too Lazy utility. And how about the licence plate on the HQ? A454. Spells it out. Not the Kingswood. Got the rallies on it. Very, very understated car, but the licence plate says it all. Even they're not a cheap plate, the old A plate. Oh boy! His undies might match the colour of his car just then. I don't know. I think he's had that happen before. You don't normally have something like this and not find near its limits. Here we go. Another passenger. A couple of passengers here. Check out the coupe. No. Passenger rides are about. That's face the green, roll forward, first cone, you can hit it from there. All right, here's Junga Bunga back now. He's been building up his fame, the young Queenslander. This guy went before the green. So Junga's competed with the family blowing Tirana at Street Outlaws No Prep Kings this year. Called out Stinky Mickey. And he's back in the wagon for a bit of fun during the road trip. I think featured in both finals Friday night. Oh, the Fossil is back. With passenger, I think. The old Fossil at the finish line. Yeah, Fossil by about 2 car lengths. Looks like we've got the vision mixing perfectly now here on the live screen. For all those people watching on the live stream, welcome to Coralban. Talking about VW Golfs, you've got to be aware of them. When they make those funny noises, you know they're ready to unleash. I mean, horrible sounding, horrible. But weapons, absolute weapons. Those people against the fence, are you okay after that? Don't need counselling or anything? That was quite traumatic. Watching that Golf do that, yeah, I'm a bit messed up myself, actually, after seeing that. Yeah, we'll give you a remedy, give you a bit of HA. All right, pro HR, I'm not doubting that at all. got some as well. Oh, hang on, hold the phone. Hold the phone.
I need you to get on the PA and ask who owns the drone. They need to take it down here.
Knew that was going to happen. Knew that was going to happen. It was just cranking. Now, attention, attention. Whoever owns that drone that's out there down the track, whoever owns that drone, you have 20 seconds to land it or we are going to destroy it. Whoever owns the drone, can you please park it, please? No, don't make it go higher. Whoever owns the drone, we are on you. We have got people watching the drone and we want you to get rid of it. Run for your life. Let's just follow where the drone goes now. If it goes over the hill, I'll be a bit worried actually. Could be the government. And there we go, safely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry I got a bit cranky. I'm sorry. Sorry I got a bit cranky. I was just relaying what the people were telling me here to say. They really wanted to destroy it. I'm not as good a shot. I couldn't get it. I don't think I could get it. But thank you for losing it. Now, here we go. Check out this. Got the NOS 350 HQ Monaro, but hey, the Rat Rod, has it got enough rim under it? It's got more dish than parks. Twin Turbo LS. It's fat. All right, passenger ride coming up. GTS L30. And our Turbo XF Ute. Roll. Now you can go. Oh, passenger fun. So safe, very safe. Great way to have fun. All right, Pumpy. That's a license plate. Pumpy. Pumpy. He might. Go, Pumpy. He's pumping out the smoke. That's what he's doing. Oh, Pumpy. All right. Spicy against Snooze. Love him. Love him. Oh, geez, it doesn't muck around on the gear shift, does it? Snooze will be one of those ones to keep an eye out, definitely. Definitely one to keep an eye out on. Now remember, if you're going to be in that cash challenge, it's at 23 past 11. I do know, I think they're talking about 11:45. I think about 11:45 you were needing to go up and get your money in, do a chip draw, whatever. All right, here's Aaron Gregory back. Hellraiser. Just not using everything that thing's got, but that's enough. Using enough. Just not using everything it's got. Oh, I think we called this one I called him the Prime Minister last year because it could have been
Slightly modified now.
Billy McMahon maybe, I don't know. Yeah, slightly modified.
Father, son.
Could have been the old PM's car back in the day. Does get along for a government car. Very well. Old government car.
That was father and son.
Oh, was it? There we go. Father and son having a bit of fun. All right, here's the streeter back again with the passenger. Oh, yeah, that's got to be a real rush, that is. That is some fun. So close at the finish line. All right, Sawyer is back. There is a passenger in the Cuda, I think, or is he just left-hand drive? No, just left-hand drive. Oh, smell the juice. Smell the juice out of the Prem. It's got plenty. It's got plenty. Smoking them away. Plenty of power. Got him by a car and a half, but as we said, this car's virtually debuting here this weekend. It's been built for a while. Ash, how are you, mate? Good? gets amongst it. Thanks to get, but it is the big Q at the end. All right, here we go. Bit of passenger lineup. VL308. CXE 351. They're into it. Good old-fashioned side-by-side. 4 people having fun at once. Here's our second Firebird. 279 Firebirds here today. All right, Goran back with his VL. New build as well. Yeah, so just getting that little tiny wheel spin, like literally just spin the tyre once, 1 or 2 revolutions and then get on it. It squeezes the power on from there. It's a fine art to get sorted, and they need plenty of runs at it to see, and we haven't seen any perfect passes too much. Some of them are working better than others already, and again, some of our ASPO deals, they are just a little bit better to tune to the track, but when you come with 1,000 to 15 plus 100 horsepower, you've got to meet somewhere a perfect combo. You don't normally strike that combo up perfectly first hit. Very hard to do. Check out the hatchback. Geez, just looks, sounds and goes tough. Rolling superannuation, that's what we call it. It's the best place to have your super, is in your garage. That way you keep an eye on it. Oh, here's Hoff, back with the new car, Things, built specifically for events like this. So he's gone and built a car just for something like this. Handle that little bit of wheel spin, can handle the wheel spin, but then it's got pure power, but the hatchback's not going to give it up. Hoff only gets it by a car length, but I didn't get to see the latest Nugget Garage, but you would have imagined it might have had a lazy, 1,500 at the hubs. All right, this lady with Pod 308, you don't want to mess with her. She is one tough driver. Now, we've got the crew going, the recovery crew just going down there for a bit, just holding up. Got the utility going for a quick run down the end as if we might have a little bit of urgency. Geez, he's travelling in a fair bit of urgency to get down there. Street Machine Super Nats, Growl Racing, back to racing. Mob 308, the old Grand Cherokee's got a little bit to do here. The VK, the Jeep gets it by half a car length. Jeep just gets it by about half a car length. But getting close, that combo. All right, Nana's back. Yeah, the thing has sort of lost power last run, but looks like whatever they've done, it's sold it. He's going to come out and really try it. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, whether that was a bit of right foot and then all the power, but that seemed to work a treat. That would win you 90% of races just to run like that. Good run, it just sort of came out and squeezed it on, whether that was just Paulie's right foot or whatever. Oh, this is a good one too. The Commie out. Yeah, 2.5, 3 car lengths there for the Commie.
Copy.
Suswagon and it's on. Plenty of combos all time. Yeah, squeezing it down until it sticks. That seems to be some people's method.
Let me know if you want to flip over.
Knowing that it's probably more than likely
Once
going
they
to
send
wheel
them
spin
back,
and just
I'll
maybe allow a little bit of it
tight,
before
but I
you
need to
do
come and grab
squeeze
the
it.
battery.
Are we at our 20 or we got something down there? We might be at our 20. That's it. All right. So it's time. Side paddock, you got to go out the side paddock. I just think it stops the big traffic jam up the guts. It's handy to have that little bit of space there, but yeah, we'll be sending them off that way. Start with a few HQs there, whack a few HQs through. Oh yes, everyone's pride and joy. It's so good to see them. Better that they're out here having fun than sitting in a garage somewhere, but geez, here in Queensland, there's no excuse to have them in the garage. There's that many things that you can do in this part of the world now to show your ride off. Cars and coffees, Joe's Diner, you name it. Road trips, power cruises, all sorts of different things you can do, different times. Here comes the blowing VKs. You got enough fuel to get back? Yeah, I ain't seen that one here before, let me tell you. That sort of sticks in your memory, that sort of car. And yeah, I think the world is eventually, thank goodness for YouTube, the world's eventually catching on just how we do it here down under. We do it every which way. But yes, there is always going to be a blown and injected brigade that's the sort of car they want. I don't blame them. I think we've all got a blown injected dream in our heads. And some guys get to live them out. Yeah, after you, sir, here you go.
Thank you very much, sir.
Can I see some ID?
Forgot it.
Sure? A little bit too young to be here, mate. Yeah, look at that. Gorgeous. I mean, we've got a lot of show quality cars here, but I think they all realise when you're out here, yes, might get just a little bit dirty in the heat of battle. But I don't think any of these guys mind. If they were worried about that, they wouldn't be here. And at 216 entries, we had to cap that. Like we had 180 sort of all in, and then I think another 36 decided to get involved, and then we didn't mind that. But yeah, 216, that's a fair amount. I think that's got to be your record, hasn't it? Surely. That's a fair amount. I can't remember saying that there's 200 plus here, but that's what we got this weekend. Just goes to prove just how popular this choice is. And you would say a fair amount of them probably rocked up yesterday. Arvo bumped in yesterday because it is a fair trek to come out in the morning. If you had to be here for a briefing at 9, if you're like me, I'm only 101 kilometres away from here. I'm only 101 k's from here. I don't know, some people might be 200 k's from here. 300 k's from here. Are you really 300 k's? Where's that? Oh yeah, well that's a nice trip, isn't it? I warmed up last weekend. I just did like a 10-hour drive last weekend, just move a few cars around. So that was fun. Out here, I was here in an instant this morning. 101 k's here in an instant. It's amazing. Got a few micro sleep studio on the way out. Yeah. No, I'm joking. I didn't have micro sleep.
You probably had 4.
4 micro sleep, yeah. 2 V's and an up and go, and here I was. So yeah, got to keep an eye out for that Golf next time it comes out. It makes all sorts of funny noises. You know it's ready for battle when it makes all them weird noises. And anyone that does need counselling from that car, well, we do offer it. You can come over and talk to me anytime about how it disturbed you when you heard it. Just realise that's just a normal behaviour for a Golf that's engaged in war. Mind you, the GTRs make that sort of noise too, the 35s. They have like your anti-lag sort of launch control stuff. So it's good to see that we're crossing across to all forms of vehicle. is that we aren't just staying with our, traditional Aussie muscle car, our American muscle car. We've got a lot of hot 4s and 6s. Our Euro stuff continues to increase because you can really breathe on those things too. They're quite good, and they want to do battle against other street cars. This is the place to do it. There's not too many other opportunities for you to do it anywhere legally other than here. Yes, you can go to Willowbank on any chosen amount of occasions if you want to. You want to get that ET slip and do it all the right way. Well, that's where you do it. That's where a lot of them, not a lot of these guys haven't at least had a go at Willowbank. You get to a certain stage where it's the ET might be your enemy. If you go a bit too quick there, you will get kicked out. We haven't kicked anyone out here yet for being too quick. We've kicked a few out for being stupid, but not too quick. Of course, we try and encourage proper behaviour here every other time other than when you roll up here to have a run. You can let loose what you can, but please hold on to it. Of course, we don't tolerate excessive speed everywhere else. We certainly don't want anyone carrying on with any skids or launches or anything like that anywhere else other than when we go down this strip. So we do tend to treat that sort of behaviour with a size 10 to the backside. That's the normal way to deal with that. All right, passenger rides, anyone? Yes, I'd rather do this. I'd rather share a hot ride. The ultimate sharing experience. This is the way to do it. All right, the C's. I'm assuming it's a C63. All the badges are blacked out. How could you see? I can't even see. I'm assuming it's a 63. Hey. We do have a lady driving the 63 as well. Obviously, the folk in the Falcon didn't get the memo about you just got to roll that out a little bit before you nail it, because that's what you're supposed to do with the passengers. Here's Yella. Yes, the GTSR. We didn't think much of these cars when they first came out, but now you'd look at the GTSR and go, wow, that is a little bit collectible, that thing. It was a nice little effort. Boy, it's got some. It's got plenty. Mind you, blink and the VK's gone. Here we go, King XB. Just amazing. There's a twin. I think it's Boss XB with a twin turbo small block Ford, but this has got the Barra on board. No, it's just not all in for the hardtop that time. He did say he's put a smaller turbo on it since road trip, but it's still just not spooling up the way that he wants it to. Falcons like this do. Just hook up. Good combo by about 4 or 5 lengths. All right, peaks back. V8. That's a bit better. Still plenty of horsepower left on the pavement. Still plenty left on the pavement, but enough for most wins. The Guzzler. I did end up calling this thing last time Sexual Chocolate just because of its colour. Called it the Guzzler this time. Let it rip. That is fun with the passengers, no doubt about it. Another one too, licence plate Winter. Just a passenger ride, so we might just put Jake there with a passenger. There we go. So remember, the light goes green, you roll out, then you trumpet, I think at the first, normally at the first light. Oh, Jakey lights up the Crusader big time. It's at the finish line. Neck and neck. I might have been Commodore. Might have been the Commodore. Here you go, La Capri is back. Oh, Lambo time. Oh, Bit of Lambo warming up over here. All right, who brought the Lambo? Hands up, who owns a Lambo? No one. This bloke. I left mine at home. I just brought the work van out today. Left my Lambo at home. All right, just making sure we're all good down the bottom. Just hold them up. Just got word down the bottom. Might need to move someone down the bottom there. Oh yes, we have plenty in the line. Lambo's nearly ready. It'll be interesting to see not only if the Lambo stays around today, whether it wants to stay around tomorrow and try and take a few out, because you know what happens, we all none of us really root for the Lambo, do we? We don't seem to support the Lambo owners, do we? Maybe it's because they own a expensive car and some of us don't. Maybe that's why we don't go for the Lambo. It's like we're not rewarding the bloke's success, are we? We're not patting him on the back. Congratulations, you got a Lambo. We just don't seem to get behind the guys, you know? They're like the underdogs, aren't they? With the, you know, $300,000+ car. Oh, Mark Capri doing a little bit of same thing as last time, Mark Capri. All right, here we go. Passenger ride. Lambo by himself, but we're going to put the R100 beside him. License plate forged for the Lambo. I don't doubt it. I think that Lambo's packing plenty of pieces. Let's see what the Lambo does. Oh yeah. That thing's not to be messed with. How bad's that thing? That might be the benchmark. That might be the benchmark. Could be the benchmark. That did not muck around at all. Passenger ride, here we go. RX2 didn't mind it once he got it up and gone. Good run with the passengers on board. More passenger rides here right now. License plate, Mr. Rage. Like that one. Mr. Rage. Just think they knock you back. Oh, comes on a little bit late. Yeah, these days, it makes you wonder, they go, unfortunately, your request has been denied, you know. They knock you back on license plates these days. Maybe they got a new person in then. Maybe her name's Karen. I don't know. Maybe there's a new Karen at PPQ that's just knocking back all cool plates. Mr. Rage got through. Psycho 6. Just a couple of squeezes needed to get hooked up. Ah, the big fair lane back. License plate on the V8. Stop it, like that one. Arnold had said, stop it. Come on. Move your body. Yeah, stop it. Gets there. Yeah, good plate. Stop it. Mr. Rage. What else have we had? Got them all. Forged. What now? That's coming up next. What now? There's something sinister happening with the Hilux. It's had the swap. So's this thing, by the way. Could be 1J, 2J, something in there. It's definitely not 3RZ, this one. And how's the plate? Yeah, what now? Oh, the wagon coming in for effect. Oh, fun for the friends in the passenger seat. Definitely. All right, this Datto What could possibly be a match for that Lambo? I don't know. I know this Datto's pretty tough when it all gets itself sorted. But I don't know, that Lambo looked pretty much like it nailed it first hit. Hasn't it got some? If you were to compare that against the Lambo's a lot faster off the line, but from when he squeezed that throttle, it might have probably had just as much as what the Lambo would have had, that wagon. Actually, that was a New South Wales car and a Victorian car reading the plates. Someone from Victoria up here having a crank. License plate, wait for you, like that one from the VL Group A. Through Nelly together. All right, fat 60. Loan and injected. Now, to be tank slapper last time. Keep an eye on this time. You just know it's just a right foot. That thing could just go crazy. You know that thing could just go nuts under the right foot. G'day, stranger. How are you, mate? All right? Good, mate. Just been from the hairdressers, have you?
Yeah, that's
great. Yeah. Right, I mean, fresh from there. Look, it's sharp. Very sharp. All right, bit of Bump City. Oh, geez, the Datto's on song as well. Some of them just starting to find that combo that works today. Good one from Timmy. All right, the big Fairlane back and Scungy's back. So he had an issue before where it just did not want to play the game, but Scungy's fixed. That is a good play. People at PPQ wouldn't know what that means, so they'd have to let it through. Oh, nothing wrong with Scungy. Power skids aren't onto the Savo though. We're doing power skids after 4 the Savo apparently, so that action will be welcomed even more. The Savi. All right. The lady back in ponies. Great matchups all the way around. All right. Mr. Helly. All right, we've got to return them shortly, I think. Got to return them shortly. Mr. Helly's back in that Datto 1200 with the V6 Godzilla R35 engine in it. Just squeezing the throttle there, it's still going up. It just gets on with it, doesn't it? Just gets on with it. Gets on really well there with not probably a lot of right foot. Last run he had a little bit too much right foot and it didn't pay off. But this time I think he's getting a little bit more adjusted to what the surface is going to take. It can take a fair bit actually. Just that we've got lots of cars with so much horsepower, it's not funny. All right, we've got to return them out the paddock here, folks. So that's the one thing about here at Coralbin. We do run about 20 pairs. We put them all down the end and then we have to bring them back. So here they come. They're going to come back and we're going to put them out probably at the side paddock here again. Just today because we have 216 entries, which means, yes, the pit area is very, very busy. So because there's so many cars here, we've decided instead of running them up the middle like we normally do, we're just going to put them out the side paddock and let them run around there. So the first little gridlock we had this morning, I think the gate came open and that was the new solution. So yes, the black Merc's got to go out in the dirt, but I'm sure we get the chamois going and keep them all neat. Look at this hardtop Falcon coming back here. Just amazing. Barra-powered hardtop.
Can you ask them to keep their passengers' hands in the windows as they go out, please? It's just a hazard. We don't want to see missing limbs.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wouldn't want to see that either.
No, keep them in vehicle.
All passengers when you go down the track. Preferably you should have your window up. That would be preferable. Windows up. Keep your hands and everything else inside the vehicle, please. So we've got to send the Lambo through the paddock too. I think they're four-wheel drive, aren't they? I think most of them are four-wheel drive, aren't they? Oh, it's too late. We've got to treat the Lambo the same way as everyone. Just because it's a Lambo. I mean, whose idea was it to send it through the paddock anyway? The same bloke that says the Lambo's okay to come up the middle. What is he, a dentist, and he's your dentist, is he? What, don't listen to the dentist? I don't know, it could be dead. I don't know. You just want the Lambo up the middle, don't you? Is it Lambo friendly? I don't know. We don't even know it's Lambo friendly over there. Oh. Well, did you know the Lambo was coming though before you made the idea up to go out in the paddock? All right, maybe the Lambo gets an exemption. Maybe he gets an exemption. No, we've got to treat him the same, don't we? Anyone do a lift kit for a Lambo? Anyone help with a lift kit?
You'll complain if it gets
No, it'll be all right. I'm sure it's insured. And that happened in the car park of the shops. That's what happened. Not out here,
Yeah.
in front of these people, on the live stream. Did we see that at all? So it's working a treat anyway. The side paddock's working a treat. We're lucky kind of that, you know, no one set up a B double right in the middle over there. That might have just blocked that idea. It's good that idea's kind of working, and if we are going to do that, maybe later this Savo, our crew might end up putting a little bit more of the bunting, you know, is that what they still call it? You know, the stuff with the flags on it, that's called bunting, isn't it?
flags.
Just flag rope. Flag rope? I don't know, is it flag rope, Corey? I don't know. Flag rope. More flag rope, just to make sure no one parks in there. All we need is some dude to come and park something in there now, and our back paddock idea's shot, so we might have to solve that problem. Working a treat. I think we squeezed a few more down than 20 pairs that time. I think we went a little bit over. That's all right. Look at the quality. Just wall to wall. Stuff everywhere. Combos of all types. As you said, we run all the different categories from, you know, 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder. So 4-cylinder NA, 8-cylinder, NA and blown. Looks like there's a couple more in our little 4-cylinder naturally aspirated category, which I think we had one bloke last year with a Hilux sheet, so he won. He was the only bloke. So it looks, I think a few people saw that and go, oh, could be up for a trophy here, just got to beat the bloke in the Hilux sheet. There's a few more like that this year though, come into that category, so the Beetle might be one of the ones to beat in that class especially. But every other category is going to be wide open. But by the end of the afternoon we might have half an idea of just who might be in the pointy end tomorrow. I know that we had put the call out at the briefing that we should be getting the people that wanted to go in the cash race, the cash grab, whatever we were calling it, that you should have gone and made yourself known to the officials back up in the admin area, because we're going to do a chip draw and everything like that. So I don't know how many vehicles we had nailed for that. But I can tell you that will be coming up just near lunchtime. I know that normally we might end up with a little lunch break later. I will have a copy of all that schedule coming down shortly to keep you informed with that, as well as a huge list of all our sponsors, which we're seeing on the live stream right now. So a big thank to all of our sponsors. Without them, it's just so much harder to make a day like this happen. They help in every single facet of this event. I also got to thank all of our Oz 8 officials too, because we've got a good group. They know what they need to do. They know where they need to be. It's not their first rodeo here. They do a very good job of it. I must admit, the Corralbin airstrip does shape up nicely as a bit of no prep streetcar action. Quite the arena. Couple more passenger rides here. Yeah, unsettled is the license plate. Love that. And how's that? 454 BBC in an original Queensland green and white plate. That's, I think, in the early days of get and state map outline drawn there too. All right, now remember, stage the cars, roll forward. Now remember, you can't go. We've got a Ford Ranger down there. Be careful. Just remember, there's another vehicle down there right now. So much action to look forward to. You're going to see plenty of it. Can we get the windows up on the passenger vehicles, please? Keep your elbows and hands and everything inside. Thank you. Yeah, just up a bit. Just so you don't get your hands and, yeah, fell on the other side. Hard to hear me.
They should be telling them to do it, okay?
They should. You're right. You're right. Absolutely right. We just had the medical people ask us to tell all passengers to keep their arms inside. And ideally, it'd be good if the old window got wound up. We need this moved, do we? Is it a vehicle that needs to be moved? It's a blue 57. So with the owner of a blue 57 Chevy, KWL 57, can you please move it? Move it, please. So if you own that light blue 57 Chevy, KWL 57, we need you to move that 57, please. That blue 57, the blue 57 Chev, can you please move it? It is blocking someone, and we've just been alerted that that blue 57 needs to be moved. Hear another manual gearbox out there. The dump run's back. Couple of utilities, tough utilities here. How do you get them to hook up? Absolutely got plenty. And out in streets by 15, 20 car lengths there. What's in that? Is that barrel or 2J or something?
RB.
Oh, is that?
Pretty sure. Oh, no, 2J. No, 2J.
2J. Missed that utility, the stick shift. Just bogged it off the line, but then caught up after that. Oh yeah, the cube back out and the fossil. Oh, big wheel spin, big wheel spin. Runs it on down. Ah. All right, Dr. Boss, Cortina back. Oh, hang on. Check your door, son. And by the stripe, it is, oh yeah, the Cortina definitely had it hooked up by the head there. Check out the Crown wagon. Athlete. It's got a badge on the back that says athlete. Oh! That's one way to do it. That is one way to do it. 1/4 tank slapper there, nearly half a tank slapper. All right, here we go. Very rare car now, the R32 GTR. Oh, yeah. Watch this go. Ready? Not enough on this distance. Not enough on this distance to be bogging around. Here he comes. Oh yes, the Barnard boys. Gets the throttle down now. Short shifts, gives it a squeeze. And at the end, it's only just a car length before the Falcon that time. Yeah, here we go. Tatita Sleeper. Good run both sides, gentlemen. Good side. Good runs both sides. All right. Yeah, right, the Audi. Berserk. Indeed. Indeed. Just doesn't muck around from here. It's got plenty. It's like a freight train once that thing gets going. That DCT in it does not muck around. Here we go, Lauren back for the new street car. Starting to hone in on the performance potential of the VL. The slow VK comes out for its run. Up against the G6 06 Evil. Out and gone. The G6 not a bad launch at all. The IRS working well. Spanks the VK in that run. Here's this lady that is not to be messed with. Crank off 308. Crank. Yeah, gets it down from here. The passenger right. What a way to do it. What a way to do it. All right, Pete Sawyer back. He's going to go up against the Snooze. Gemini. So Pete Sawyer effectively debuting this car. Geez, even with the big rock there, it's got enough to handle the Snooze this time. So that just goes to show how much potential that car's got. Here we go, Rev 202. Yes. Oh, VK good. Not as the six banger, not ashamed at all. The Rev 202, I think a very stout red motor on board. Getting on it good. On it good. Got to find something to match the Lambo. Worked an absolute treat. Here we go. All those people, you ready for a bit of VW Golf? All those people standing next to the Golf, be prepared as it engages for war. Here we go. TS Flex. They do get on and boogie. All right, the Munro back. Here's another one. German Autodynamics. They'll be tweaking some of these, I can tell you. Guys that got these things, if you look at YouTube and you Google everything about them, that worldwide there's some bad Golfs. Oh yeah, that's not to be messed with. Actually, I'd like to see all the station wagons race each other. Now that I've seen the Golf wagon, I think I want to see all the wagons race each other. He should race Junga next time. Race Junga Bunga from Warwick, the turbo 6 litre LS. And jump 69, Lukey Kessel. No mucking around here. Joey just gets that thing, it's nearly 4,000 pounds. And I think the weight actually probably helps it just recover really well off the surface there. All right, Hoff is back. Hoff's getting the hang of things. Really sorting things out. Got a few things on his mind. Oh yeah, Hoff. Oh, that's gonna work. That's gonna work a treat. That's gonna work a treat. Keep an eye on that Corolla wagon. That's gonna work. Nearly there. Plenty of power to burn in that thing. Good hit for both vehicles. All right, Hell-X, the Hell-X Terrain. I love that, Hell-X. And we're going to put Spicy over here, the passenger ride. This is the joys. I think Luke's got his wife in the passenger seat there. This is the joys of Coralban. You can share. You can share experiences with your mates, your partner. You can even let them drive if you want, I guess, if you get them entered properly. If you get the accreditation sorted, you can probably do both. But it is a great way to share experiences, and the passenger rides are definitely one of the reasons why I think it gets so. You get to, you get plenty of opportunities to take friends and family down the track. I think we're nearly ready to return them. Yeah, off you go, mate. It's all yours. Not a bad run. Not a bad hit. Jeez, we've been nearly close to our quota here. Remember, we've got to run about 20 pairs and then get them back. So we might be nearly at our quota this time, and we'll return the group. Take it to the finish line just ahead of the Nova. All right, have a look at the HQ with the white roof. Classy. Look at the front runners on it. I love gold. Serious front runners on that. Very sexy, very sexy. And yeah, it handles the Falcon. All right, another passenger sharing opportunity here. Got the LSA powered VH SLX and the Mark II Corona. Off it goes. Oh, check out. Every time I see this hardtop, getting close to that combo. Better that time. Works a treat when it's all sorted. It's over the quarter, that too. It's no slouch. Neither's this Chevy. This Chevy's not to be messed with either. Jacob Sencast down there, friends in the Cressida. Stands up the shoebox. All right, Merc back on a sole. Will be sole passenger this time. And the on lag is back. The wagon. Yeah, I think all the wagons together are going to have a good matchup. Every time they put the foot down on the wagon, it wants to light up until the last time when it really did hook up. The VH. Passenger ride fun. They couldn't stop it if they tried, those guys. Stop having fun. Nope. Oh, sorry, I thought it had the Simmons on it last time. He changed the backs. So he's not punishing the Simmons. He's just punishing a more generic rim, saving the Simmons for the street. And the steering. Oh, I'll tell you what, the coupe hooks up. PSI L98 on the licence plate, that's the clue, but it just gets about its business. There's a few cars that just do that. They just get about their business, and that's one that goes under the radar a little bit. Geez, we our quota to return them here shortly. So Pro Fox, that's our quota. All right, there we go. That is our quota. See, I can count to 20 in my head too. Just knew we were close. So that's another group. We just got to settle and just for a few minutes. We just chill. This is the time to go get something to eat, grab a hat. The bar is open, by the way, sir. He can smell the bar. Yeah, the bar's open, by the way. Yeah, another 22 people walk off. That's great. Once they know there's a bar and it's open, all of a sudden everyone migrates. But it's on the other side here, folks. So, yeah, you're us good, mate. You can see you there with Timmy there. Yeah, I know it is. I know. It's the Tassie Tim. It's the Tassie Tim. Tassie. If you come over the other side there, you go past the Lions Club of Logan, you go past Harcourt, past ITP, and then down in this corner, that's where the bar is. Do it. Of course, or not. It's just don't leave that area if you're choosing to do the latter. But all in moderation. But yes, there is a bar, and yes, it is open, and it sounds like people warm to that idea. So off they go. That's good. So here they all come, off the side paddock again. All of our great sponsors coming up on our screens now. And I tell you, without them, it's just so much harder to keep doing these things. You think these things just happen organically. It's not quite true. There's a lot of people that are behind it all, and I tell you, we've got a lot of good, not only local support, but you know, sponsors from all over South East Queensland helping us here. And you can see them all out on the big screen right now. I do have my script coming up shortly, so I can read them all out for you a little bit more. But I know that we are very, very close, should be very close. You know what we're supposed to be doing. I know that's supposed to be happening shortly, because we did talk about it in the driver's briefing, that the ones that wanted to go into that needed to go and do chip draws and stuff. You've lost your... Oh, that's not the credit card.
Doing the cash
it didn't make
challenge.
it big enough, but...
Yeah. Cash challenge is starting after 1 o'clock.
Okay, so after 1 o'clock.
Just to give a few more people some runs.
Gotcha. So that's it. We pushed that back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we didn't think 216 cars was enough. And then we invented the side paddock exit system, which is working a treat, by the way. Up the middle, maybe we'll never do up the middle again.
Not
Like 400,000 metres of bunting, we could put a lane on the other side so that no one starts putting a demountable in the middle of the exit road there. But no, they're working well. They're working through there. And for some, it actually works out well because some of their pits are just actually off that side. So it is actually working a little bit more. Geez, we did send some down, didn't we? We sent some down. It's just this opportunity to remember what we saw. But yeah, so we pushed that cash challenge back to about 1. So just giving a few of our entrants a few more runs to get that sorted. So that's just why we've had to push the proceedings back a bit. And look, normally it still gives everyone plenty of opportunities to have a run out here. We're already seeing probably, you know, some have 2, 3, 4 runs already. The ones that just turn them back around. For some of them that just need to go and tweak something, that's only a matter of time before they're back in the lanes. And that's the joys of here. Normally you'll set your little pits up. For those that do normally get here early to set up, is that you normally do get your pits in a nice spot. The prime spot obviously is sort of, you know, maybe 100 metres back here is a prime spot. But when you've got 216 entries, sometimes when you want to pull out, there's already people in front of you. So sometimes I think even at the back's probably the best spot. Maybe more waiting, but I'll say you don't push in from the back there. But yeah, we are stacked up there. And we've seen plenty do a couple of runs, but we've still seen the odd newie pop out here. So there's still more to come. So yep, that was a bunch. We might have said more. There might have been more than 40. I don't know. Has anyone been counting how many came back? Or normally we do about 20 pairs. Maybe we got more than 40 coming back. But that's the bunch that we do. This is the little habit that we get into. Just to, yeah, if it gets a bit too packed down the bottom there, we know we're near that limit. So, and of course, as you can see, all of these vehicles, I mean, you know, we are talking about real, we're talking about, you know, the real street cars, the quick street cars. You've got to be able to drive them back. Can't always be towing the thing back. You can't send your tow vehicle down there to bring you back. That's why these things have got to be so streetable, with the ability to be able to just turn the thing on and drive it anywhere. So it's good that they all can do that under their own steam, because normally well-sorted vehicles like these also don't do stuff like leak or brake too many times, because can you go through here? Well, as long as you've got a helmet. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I don't know, I couldn't find. Oh, you're going straight in for the straight in.
Might have a quick test run now.
There we are. Back in for a run. Limited waiting. And sharing is caring. That's why a lot of these cars can't wait for a Coralban event, because you do get plenty of opportunities to share the vehicle with all your friends and family. Obviously, we don't see too many kids in there, because we've got to, I think we've at least got to be over 16. I think that would be the normal prerequisite. We're not sending kids down there. But it's a great opportunity to share the horsepower that you just can't share on the street. Remember, we just can't share this stuff on the street. It's a no-no. We don't do it. None of these people do it, I'm sure, on the street. Maybe they do. I don't know which ones might, but it's naughty. You should do it here. This is why we've got 216 entries. Yes, we get a few hits at Lakeside. Lakeside's good for it too. We get a lot of them go out to Lakeside as well. We're very lucky, very, very lucky this part of the world to have a few facilities that allow us to do this sort of stuff. More than, well, you can nearly get out once a month, nearly. I mean, if you really wanted to be busy and social, you'd probably get out every weekend if you wanted to, but ain't nobody got time for that. Some people do. But that's the thing, you spend so much of your own time, money and effort. Sometimes it can be traumatic, but at the end, the rewards make it all worth it. Or you could go down in a submarine for 4 kilometres. I know.
I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you wouldn't be able to give a shout if anyone's got a nitrous solenoid?
Just a shout out, if someone can help with a nitrous solenoid, so we go to the pits. Do we go, where are you pitted? Are you up
To ASG.
So you're up near Aaron, so where the panel van is,
So Guzzler.
if you can go there. So Guzzler, formerly known as Sexual Chocolate, needs a nitrous solenoid. So if someone can help out, go up to the ASG trailer and offer the nitrous solenoid. We're needing a nitrous solenoid. I've just run out. I had a couple in the van this week, but I've run out.
Only someone's got one up on.
Surely someone's got a nitrous solenoid out there. We need, if you can, go to the ASG trailer. That's where the Hellraiser HR panel van is, and Guzzler is the one that needs it, because Guzzler wants to guzzle a bit more nitrous.
Awesome.
He can't go NA all day. He's fallen asleep. Oh, she's out. She's out already.
Oh, mate, scared him. She's a bit worried.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, righto.
Standard.
Oh, God. It's not often a young lady gets kicked out of the car like that. I thought it's your own car. Oh, God, that sounds like a property settlement right there. There will be. Ah, look, he's not driving it as well as you either. Ah, look at that. Nah, he's fishtailing that. Nah, you drive that better than him, yeah. Just tell him that's the last time he drives it today. That's it. All yours now. So if anyone can help out with a nitrous solenoid, Guzzler's not happy being NA. Tell you what, the VX is a real, just gets its job done. Just gets the job done, that thing. Doesn't make a fuss. It's the ones that don't make a fuss that tend to just fly under the radar. I knew it. If we waited long enough, we'd get a Rabbitoh supporter here. There he is. Everywhere I look, I see a Rabbitoh supporter. I was watching Origin the other night. There was a Rabbitoh supporter. I watched the women's Origin. There was a Rabbitoh supporter. You watch something in international sport overseas, there's a bloke in a Rabbitoh's jersey. He's here. There he is. Yeah, that's you, mate. I saw you straight away. Yeah, passenger rides here as well. Something there, that's the way. Don't we have a lunch break? Do we have a lunch break? I thought we had a lunch break. Well, you've got a lunch break.
Right now I do.
You can take 10 minutes, so the clock's ticking.
That's it.
All right, La Capri is back. Now, so far, 2 perfect power skids. Hopefully he can hook it up. Little bit better. No, that's better. That's way better. That is way better this time. So La Capri not spinning as much this time. All right, Paulie Fuller. The Turbo LS Gemini. This is a real beast, this thing. When it's on, it's on. No, it's got insane amounts of horsepower. They still got him, but when it is hooked up, that thing, that's gone, I think, at Road Trip, I think it ran 5 once in the 8th. So I think he got it right down to the low 5s at Road Trip. So Paulie's managed to get that Gemini really hooked up. Yeah, tell you what, no shortage. And Mark Trailer, he got into No Prep. I think he's either in the No Prep Kings TV show or the Farm Truck and Asian show, because there was a lot of stuff going on at No Prep Kings this year at Willowbank, and Mark was part of it. Got the big dumbbell weight on the back. Don't know what exactly that was, but it was a pop. It's okay. We've all survived. No one's too jumpy anymore when something goes bang. I remember before people would run every direction. All good, little tight race here, but the Voodoo Fairlane. See if we got a nitrous solenoid waiting back there. Hopefully. Anyone help with a nitrous solenoid? Go to the ASG pits. He's willing to pay for it. Doesn't want to borrow it, he wants to buy it. Hey? I don't know. Have you got a nitrous? You go get a nitrous solenoid? All right, how's this? The Gem 871 against the Wads 747. That's got some, that thing. Once that gets going, Maybe he should match race the Lambo. Someone race the Lambo, please. Maybe him. Oh, plenty on board for the Ute. You beauty. All right, Nana. Are we just one perfect run away from finding that killer Nana combo that works? Yeah, geez, it's such a hard car to beat. Isn't it good? Doesn't it get up? Doesn't it get up? Gets a nice big bump through the finish line there too. Just Nana's rear end flies up in the air there just over the finish line. That's the sort of car to try and beat. When it's on, it's on. Oh, we're going to see the Dado race the Lambo by the look of it coming up in a sec. Hey Benny, how are you?
Good,
how are you, Teach? All good? You have you started teaching like 13B in school? I think we need a curriculum.
I teach in Logan, they already know that.
Oh, they already know that. Catalytic converters, yeah, they know all about them. Yeah. All right, big power skid there, gone. Gone, here we go. I thought the hatchback would have raced, but no. I think we are going to see the Lambo and the Dado have a little face-off here, right? This thing's This thing's going to be a hard thing to beat. And I know that, oh, geez, that gets up too. I know we like to give the Lambo a hard time, purely because, you know, it's a Lambo. I know. Lambo's a beast at the moment. That Dado... Yeah, that's got some, but I don't think he's going to catch that Dado now that it's all got... Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it was a car length at the end. With the head start, it was a car length. And remember, that Lambo's so much tougher over the first 100, 200 feet. That Barra-powered Dado just had to just fettle it a little bit. Mustang is not a happy chappy. Mustang not happy. All right, license plate, Tirana 8. Clever, very clever. Judging by the little stripes on the bottom, Defence Force as well. All right, Streeter is back. Ricardo's Auto Works on it. Over. Oh, this is tight to the stripe. Oh, car, 3/4 of a car to the Nova. Just starting to thin them out a little bit here. Our 216 entries, but a few of them starting to find their mark. Enough to say, I'll have a little crack the Savo. Nice run there for the Holden, all by himself. Oh, here he is. I used to say the hardtop. That used to be Rob Bertolacci used to say that was the hardtop. Now we're spoiled for a bit of choice because there is a twin with the Windsor in it, but this is the Barra one. This fella built both of them though. So I was talking to him. It's a tough thing. It's a match made in heaven, really. Jugga bugger. Went a little bit back the other way. He's been super soft off the line. Now he's put a little bit more back into it. It's just zings him right on the hit. It's hard to find that perfect combo, isn't it, Todd? Just hard to... Oh, okay. A little bit of a pucker moment there for the passenger, I'm sure. Genuine pucker moment. Especially when he's holding his hands up out the window. What? Sure that'll come out on the video. What's in this Corona, do you think? Yeah, nice. Yeah, the Ute over the Corona. As we said, some combos are nearly there. Some are just not quite. It's good having this middle lane like this, just you can sort of pull in with passengers and whatever. Saves us sending the traffic back. Another passenger ride coming up right here. I love looking on the faces of the passengers, actually. You can see the anticipation on the passengers' faces as they come in. Whoa, hey! Because you're looking at each other a little bit too, the passengers. They're looking at the other car. It's a little bit of an adrenaline rush, I'm sure. God, who would think the GTSRs, remember when they came out, we didn't think much of them? That was even before big wings were trendy. You know, you remember that? Big wing, everyone goes, mate, what are you doing with a big wing like that? And now we know just how big wings get, and that's not so bad. GTSR, it's got to be rare. As is Dado, little Dado 1200s. He might be just a little cranky A14 in it. Could be anything. All having fun. Bloody Hoffman, mate. He'll get this. Mate, he'll fucking chop everyone with this thing if he gets it sorted. He'll build it just for this. The LJ's hit it nicely. You can't tell me this guy hasn't got the laptop out like every 30 seconds. Run after run, it'll be, going to try something else here. What are you going to try, Hoff? Something. Things. He's going to try things, right? Yeah. So the KE70 van. Oh, it's got some down track if he wants it. It's got some down track if he wants it. Oh, so Victoria. Is he a Victorian? Is he?
Yeah, he's moved up here though.
Is he? All right. Yeah, check this out. What's in it? Don't know. What's in it?
430 turbo.
Oh, right. Packing a couple of turbos on board the Fastback. Yeah, watch out for him. Watch out for him. That Fastback, it is fast. Yeah. Oh yeah, no shortage of toys coming out. Everyone seems to want a toy, don't they? They seem to want it. You don't see any shortage of that. People going, you know what, I don't think I want a car anymore. They're all... I saw the Ultimate Intelligence this morning. I saw a Tesla with a personalised licence plate. You know what the plate said? Tesla. How smart's that? What would that cost him? Okay, it was only a Model 3, so what are they, 39,990 drive off? No, I think they're dearer than that. Then he went and lashed out on a personalised plate that said Tesla. As if you wouldn't know it's a Tesla. You turn up and then the plate says Tesla. Maybe that's what's going to help him identify when he goes out the car park in the future and there's 3 to choose from. You pick the one that's got Tesla on the licence plate. Mind you, we haven't seen any here today. We don't think we've got one. We haven't got any entered here. Too loud, aren't they? Too loud, those things. Teslas. There's no Teslas here, is there? No, it's scared them away, haven't we? All these loud cars, I think it really upsets these people. So here you go, coming out the paddock again. Fairly decent levels of success. When you see them all come back, you start to remember just what sort of their last run was. And we saw the Sunbird there with a big pop on that last launch. Big Fairlane had a decent run, so did the VL. We know Nana had a pretty good one. I think so did Pete in the VH, but then the Lambo, well, what can we say about that thing? That, so far, 2 runs, just perfect. Hard to fault it. I just don't know how that thing might just get topped. Mind you, the run between him and the Dado was pretty close. It was the Dado in that run, only because I think he just got the whole shot, got out there on him. But that's the sort of thing that's going to maybe make this guy come undone, is a whole shot. A good whole shot will do it, because it's pretty tough to beat any other way. It's almost the ultimate weapon just for this surface, and plenty of horsepower to boot straight away. The ability to use so much more of its horsepower earlier in the run.
We have until 1 o'clock to get in Cash Challenge, otherwise it's out. It's closed. There's 5 spots left.
Okay, so there's only 5 spots left in the Cash Challenge, is that right? 5 spots left, and we want to run that at 1 sharp. We don't want to be waiting around. So we've only got 5 spots left, is that right? 5 spots. So how many in total is there? Oh, okay, so we've got...
No, so there's 32 altogether.
Wow. So we're already at 27. There's only 5 spots left to make that 32. All right, eh? So 5 spots left for the Cash Challenge. I'd be going to make myself known to the Oztalk people back at the gate, I think, or that's where they were normally handling all of that. So there's only 5 spots left. So you better, if you're thinking of getting into that, you better go and make your intentions known. Because I can't believe that, 32 trying to race each other for some cash. So that's going to be interesting. 5 spots left, and we want to run that at 1 o'clock sharp, so don't wait till 5 to 1. Get that in now. Yeah, we did send a few down that time, didn't we? Plenty gone, plenty left. they're all just starting to mill around here and get back into their pits there, but kind of does happen. Everyone tries to get what they think's a good run in, and if that's the case, they can sit out just for a little bit, because turning it around sometimes a few laps in a row, just start to get that heat up. Little lap back. Also tests everything out, doesn't it? It is a little bit of peak hour traffic on the way back. I mean, that's the sort of peak hour traffic that I can handle. Of course I can handle this sort of stuff. Yes, I don't mind. Look, I don't mind E85 when a car goes. I don't mind the smell. I don't mind. Some people don't like it. I don't mind it. The E85's a reminder of what's tough. And please, I know sometimes it doesn't quite sink in, but when you do stop at a United and you do go and see the guy at the console, just let them know how appreciative you are that United's about the only fuel company that seems to give a damn about the aftermarket. No one else does. I actually went to my United, and last time I got some E85, I was talking to the guy behind the counter and telling him how good it is that United can. You know, E85 has effectively changed the industry forever. It's a fuel that's come along that's not only nearly completely sustainable style fuel, does just unlock horsepower like you wouldn't believe. I was explaining all this to the guy behind the counter. You know what he said to me? He said, you know, for $2 I could buy a picnic, you know, so it just didn't sink in. I think the fella didn't really get what I was talking about, but I said, pass it on. Without United, and I'm lucky we just had a United built down the road from my place, and yes, would you believe I'm only 1.6 kilometres away from E85 off the pump. So hats off to United for doing that. Of course, you can buy some special E85, but it's not too bad out of the pump. Wow, that group's gone. There's Hoff at the back. You happy, Hoff? Nelly happy? Nelly happy with things, Hoff, there, hopefully, in the wagon? Can you race the Lambo next time, Hoff? That'll look good for Nugget Garage if you could race the Lambo next time. Things versus Forged. That'd be a good matchup. Now notice, so you just got something on your face there. You got an Oz tattoo, is it? Or how do you get that on there? So they paint it on for you. Who paints it on? Someone paint it on, can you? Not that I'd get it, but you're just saying for other people to get it done. So where did you get that done? Oh, there's face painting over there. Oh, so you can get anything you wanted, but you got. Oh, that's not bad. There's face painting over there. All right. A few people still not done. They still want a little bit more. I think we've been 3 rotors out here today. Geez, that's working a treat, the little R100. That is working a real treat. That is working a real treat. Here we go, license plate. Let's go. And you wish, mate. Love that one. You wish, mate. Got the nitrous on board. Yeah, the Harley. Oh, carry on, son. Let's go. Ah, Mr. Helly is back. Our V6 Nissan powered Dado 1200. He gives it a little bit more in the Dado. It's got plenty under the right foot if he wants. Off it goes, off it goes. Oh yeah, what a rocket. What a rocket. You're going to have a look at that thing squeezed in the engine bay of the 1200. All right, passenger run here. Another passenger. We've got another passenger run here. Yep, here we go. So this is the joys of the centre lane. We get to fast track the passengers if we can. We just normally try and match the passengers up. There we go. The anticipation starts to ramp up. Going to unleash hell again. side by side, 4 people having fun. That's what I love to see. 4 people having a ball. Oh yes, brings that barra power on for the quarter once or twice off the throttle. Missed out by about a car and a half. Still, they keep rolling. They just want more. Here we go. The lane's thinning out a little bit. I can still see a few at the back, but I can see it's Hoff back for a run in the wagon. Like straight back he is. Yeah, gets it sorted, gets it done. All right, Goran back. Is it Goran? Is it Goran? I think it is, yep. A few more sorting runs for the effectively brand new VL build. Just goes about its business. Just goes about its business. Yes, more passengers, please. More passengers, please. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. Didn't quite read the memo, did we? Passengers, you normally roll out, then nail it. But that was kind of straight away. All right, Hoffman, he's tried something. Things has been tweaked again. So he's very close to a good hit here. The last run, I think, was pretty good. 2 JZ power. So he's probably got upwards of 1,500 plus horsepower under the foot if he wants it. This is about how you get it down here. Of course, his YouTube channel is Nugget Garage. And you would have seen this build for a fair while. He set himself the deadline of getting to Coralbin, and he got here yesterday, ready to go. Here comes Tomo. Straight in. All right, Hoff just ready to go. Craig getting everything sorted. Press of a button here, press of a button here. Maybe it may have had to have rung the wife just to get some information on how to drive. It is his wife's car. It is Tanya's car. Won the Pro Radial Championship again this year. Oh, Tomo, plenty of power. Hoff just stepped out once. Gives it a big stab at the throttle this time, and yeah, both guys very, very close to the combo. Craig's came out a little bit better, but yeah, Hoff that time, it did just step out a tiny itty bitty bit. Enough for him to give it a squeeze and then remind him, yes, Hoff, there is 1,500 plus there. So just, he knows it. He absolutely knows it. But maybe by the end of today, I'm sure he'll have another couple of stabs, especially since of last recollection, we did have 5 spots left for the cash challenge. We may have less than that by now. But just a reminder that any competitors out there want to go in that cash challenge, you need to go and see the people back in the office in regards to that, because there'll be a chip draw and all sorts of stuff like that to happen. So I do believe there's 32 spots. We've had, what do we have, 27 already filled. So please, if you are thinking about getting into that cash challenge, please go and see them. So big thanks to all of our great sponsors here, including the Street Machine Supernats. Thanks for your support. So all their cars come back now. Grau Racing. People are asking if I've done a live stream. No, I'm not. It's the Quick Street stream. JW Racing, of course, great supporters here of Quick Street. Mr. Wong, trailer and towing service. Horsepower Solutions, of course, Justin down there at Capalaba. A few cars here from HPS. Link ECUs, thanks again, Link. A few cars with the links in them here. Ratwax, great supporter as well. Thank you, Ratwax. And Voodoo as well. Thank you, Voodoo. Competition Coatings. Plenty of business from Competition Coatings in the auto game. ITP Queensland as well. We've got a few of those marquees up here I can see. And Ipswich Gearbox Repairs. They're in business all the time. Why? Because gearboxes. Global Waste Services. Thank you. And, Truth. I think Truth by Nature, I think that is. Thank you. There's Tomo and them coming up. Spa Express Bow Desert, just the shop up here. Probably doing a roaring trade right now. Austalk Automotive, of course, synonymous with days like this. And Crap Away Vacuum Trucks. Love that one. Crap Away Vacuum Trucks. They suck. Pro LED screens as well. You can imagine that's probably why we've got their screens there. That's all of our great sponsors. A small little break as we get all those ones through. You can see the lanes are a bit empty at the moment. That's because we're just catching our breath. It is 1:15. We are trying to run that cash challenge at 1. So we'll just keep pulling the reminders out that you are running fast out of time to do that if you are a competitor. I think we only had 5 spots left. So just chat amongst yourselves for a few minutes. Grab some great refreshments. Please protect yourself from the sun. Get yourself some sunscreen on. Big shout out to you, Terry. How's Scungy going, all right? It was a bit scungy there before, but come good, didn't it? It was all good. What was that? What was playing up there? Oh, the 2-step wouldn't come off the, it had only 1 step. And it was scungy there. So you're not in the cash challenge, no? So not too many minutes before that comes. We are supposed to probably do that at about 1 o'clock. So right at this moment, that is probably in that little break mode at the moment. I don't see any more lining up. So I think they're all getting ready for that cash challenge at 1 o'clock. So just enjoy the serenity for a bit. Fantastic Carnarvon Valley. I call this Horsepower Valley. So enjoy the serenity of Horsepower Valley for a few minutes as we get ready for that cash challenge. $100, $200, $300, $400.